Background of study. Accelerated fintech adoption post-pandemic. COVID-19 boosted e-commerce and digital payments in Malaysian F&B industry. Second, alternative financing for SMEs. Peer-to-peer lending helps SMEs overcome funding challenges and promotes growth. Third, blockchain enhances halal compliance. Blockchain ensures transparency and regulatory compliance in the halal supply chain. Fourth, government initiative for digital transaction. Malaysia supports innovation through digital infrastructure and financial aid programs. Problem statement. Academical statement. The adoption of financial technology fintech has the potential to transform business operations, but its application in the food and beverage sector in place has not been adequately studied. Ali and Tan 2023. Previous studies on fintech adoption focus on general factors, leaving a gap in understanding how these factors influence small-scale industries in less urbanized regions. Chong 2023. Specific problems. Limited awareness. Small businesses owners lack knowledge about fintech benefits, slowing adoption. Second, skills gap. Insufficient technical expertise and resources hinder effective implementation. Third, operational challenges. Stress and poor workflow management cause delays and inefficiencies in adapting new technologies. Research objectives. First, to investigate the relationship between the ease of transaction and the adoption of financial technology. Second, to determine the relationship between customer satisfaction and the adoption of financial technology. Third, to examine the relationship between better security and the adoption of financial technology. Research questions. First, how does ease of transaction influence adoption of financial technology? Second, how does customer satisfaction affect adoption of financial technology? Third, how does better security influence adoption of financial technology?
So the significance of study. The first significance is identify motivation and challenges for adopting financial technology in police, food and beverage sector. The second significance is to help businesses streamline operations, improve customer experience and boost competitiveness. The third significance is to guide policy makers in creating strategies to encourage financial technology adoption. So the scope of study. The first one is this study main goals is to investigate the factors influencing the adoption of financial technology among the food and beverage sector in Belize. The second one is the research aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of how factors such as ease of transaction, customer satisfaction, and better security drive the adoption of financial technology in business operations. Third one is the study utilizes a quantitative approach to collect data. Questionnaire will serve as the primary data collection method targeting food and beverage business owners in Belize.
Next is literature review. The first one is ease of transactions. The convenience of these systems allow customers to make purchase quickly and securely, which is particularly important in the fast-paced food and beverage industry. The second one is customer satisfaction. Studies have demonstrated that the implementation of smart technologies and digital payment methods significantly enhances customer experience. And the last one is better security. Research highlights that perceived security and trust in digital payment systems significantly affect users' adoption. Next is research framework and hypothesis. For H1, H2, and H3 is positively correlated with the adoption of financial technology. Next is methodology. For research designs, the first one is exploratory, the second one is non-probability sampling, the third one is deductive, and the fourth one is population size. Next is data collection. We use three types of data collection. The first one is quantitative approach, the second one is structured questionnaires, we use Google Form, and the last one, WhatsApp and email. Next is instrument. Structured questionnaire. For section 1, we use multiple choices, and for section 2 until 5, we use 5-point Likert scale.
Let's move to the Pilot test. The pilot test in this report was conducted to evaluate the effectiveness of the data collection questionnaire before the main study. It involves distributing the survey to 30 randomly selected food and beverage business owners using Google Forms. Out of these, 20 responses were received, resulting in a response rate of 66.67%. The reliability of the questionnaire was measured using Crunchbar Alpha, which showed value ranging from 0.84 to 0.89, indicating good reliability. This pilot test helped refine the survey instrument, ensuring it was suitable for the large study on financial technology adoption in the food and beverage sectors. For the reliability test, this section focused on checking how reliable the survey is. Reliability means that the survey gives consistent results when used multiple times. To measure reliability, we calculate a statistic which is Crunchbar Alpha for different parts of the survey. For the first one is adoption of financial technology, which is 5 questions with a score of 0.869. Second is of transaction, 5 questions with a score of 0.828. Third, customer satisfaction, 5 questions with a score of 0.803. The last one is better security, which is 5 questions with a score of 0.812. All these scores are above 0.70, which is the standard for good reliability. This means the survey questions are consistently measuring what they are supposed to measure. The response rate in our study was 35.33%, calculated from 124 completed survey out of 351 sent to food and beverage business owner in Belize. This indicates that just over 1/3 of the invited participants chose to engage with the survey. The response rate above 30% is generally considered acceptable for online surveys. The study analyzed a group of 124 respondents with almost an equal split between men 47.6% and women 52.4%. The descriptive analysis of the study variable revealed the ease of transaction had a mean score of 4.49 with a standard deviation of 0.533. The customer satisfaction variable had a mean score of 4.54 and a standard deviation of 0.497. And the last one, the better security variable showed a mean score of 4.37 and a standard deviation of 0.575. Correlation analysis examines the relationships between the independent variable, which is each of transactions, customer satisfaction, and better security, and the dependent variable, which is adoption of financial technology. The analysis revealed that all 3 independent variables had statistically significant positive correlation with the adoption of financial technology, indicating that as each of these factors improved, likelihood of adopting financial technology also increased. For example, the correlation coefficient showed moderate relationship with ease of transaction correlating at 0.574, customer satisfaction at 0.569, and the better security at 0.576. This analysis helped to identify which factors were most strongly associated with the adoption of financial technology in the food and beverage sectors.
The regression analysis examines the impact of 3 predictors: better security, ease of transaction, and customer satisfaction on the adoption of financial technology. The R value 0.658 shows a moderate correlation between predictors and adoption, while the R square 0.433 indicates that 43.3% of the variation in the adoption is explained by this factor.
To the research discussion. For the objective 1, findings show that ease of transaction significantly influences adoption of financial technology because it helps simplify payment process. For objective 2, findings revealed that customer satisfaction significantly influences adoption of financial technology as it enhances the customer's experience. For the objective 3, findings show that better security significantly influences adoption of financial technology because owners are confident in the security features provided by financial technology. The first implication is that 3 factors significantly influence the adoption of financial technology among the food and beverage sector in Perlis. The second implication is most of the business owners are very familiar or have basic knowledge with financial technology. As organizations increasingly leverage fintech solutions, they can enhance their competitive edge and adapt to the evolving market landscape due et al. 2021. The third implication is there are very less business owners who are not familiar or do not use any financial technology in their business. The businesses risk falling behind competitors who are more adept at utilizing these technologies. Bastaki et al. 2022.
The study concludes that ease of transactions is the most significant drivers of fintech adoption. Simplifying payment and integrating seamlessly with business operation. Better security builds trust through encryption and fraud detection, while customer satisfaction enhances the user experience. Although it has a slightly lesser impact, the model explains 43.3% of adoption variation, leaving room for further exploration. Recommendations include focusing on ease of transactions and security, investigating additional factors, and using hybrid data collection methods in future research.